Makarawu is out of it at this point. It is going to be Jaden Reed winning the boom. No, it's Jordan Anthony. He turns the double, the sprint double here at the end.
Push from Jamarion Stubbs. Stubbs is legging it out all the way on the far side. It's Stubbs.
McCallum's going to win the heat with Xavier Butler. Kentucky Wildcat, but here comes Chiramba. It is Makarawu. 2013 now officially. All right, we are back at the new R.A. Murray Fasken indoor track and field facility on the campus of Texas A&M. So now we get to go to the Lollapalooza of sprinting. Many heats of the 200s for both men's and women.
It was fun. At the same time, it was frustrating because sometimes, I mean, from the very first moment I started racing with him, we were just in the same heat until nationals indoors.
The men are first. There are 7 heats. There are the records, meet record and season best there from Chiramba of Auburn. We will see as part of this field. And inside him, we've got the junior from Kentucky, Carly Makarawu. Makarawu has the advantage of chasing Chiramba, almost rabbiting him. Big lead coming off that turn. Oh, and he looks like he has a little problem there, a little bobble. 2021 with the bobble.
Trying to stay relaxed so that I can finish off the race strong. But to my surprise, I my bubble for the spike didn't hold my balance well, so I ended up twitching my ankle a little bit. But it wasn't.
I have my goals that I have for myself, but if it's not part of God's plan, there's nothing I can do about it.
It's a 2-section final, just like the 400 meters. It's all based on time. But Reed's trying to come back. Chiramba wins and establishes the time to beat. 2013 and a new meet record. The former meet record holder is in this heat. There is Carly Makarawu.
Dealing with an ankle issue after we saw him run the 200 meters, and there was some speculation on whether he was going to run today or not. So it's nice to see him at the start line.
McCoy in the white of Florida on the outside, and he pulls up. Makarawu is now on his own in lane 5. Paul Makarawu now it's not all against the clock. And he does it best. The winning time from heat number 1, so it is going to be Chiramba winning it in 2013.
He wants to win. I wanted to win. So as my friend, I wanted him to win. At the same time, I wanted to win also. But it was really fun.
Over in the men's 200, the top 4 guys from last year are gone. South Carolina's Anthony Greenhow, top returner, has run 20.64 this season. Auburn's got a favorite in this one.
I mean, NCAA indoors is pretty much like competing against the SEC guys because I believe SEC is so much competitive in the NCAA. So running against other guys in the NCAA championships, it was pretty much of like walking the park because I was used to running fast against fast guys here in SEC. So it was pretty much easier to execute my races at the NCAAs than at the SEC.
Welcome to a day at the beach. The best the sport has to offer on the collegiate level gathered here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Olympians, national champions, All-Americans. We have star power. It is the 2025 NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships.
Next event on the track, 4 heats of the 200 meters. It's all on time like the 400s. The top 8 times will advance to the finals tomorrow. It'll be a 2-section final. He wins it and sets the time to beat, 20:56, 20:48. That's the fastest of the 2 heats. Reed winning the heat. So that should bring the bubble down a bit.
2 guys are very familiar with each other. They are good friends.
You can see how tall Chiramba is once he gets going, though. Those long legs just eat up that track. It's not a huge advantage indoors, even though he has the #1 time in the world this year at the distance. Almost a blanket finish between the 2. It looks like Makov held on for the win. He did. 2020. The 2 fastest runners running the 2 fastest times.
We'll see him again in the fastest heat.
In my mind, I was just trying to be composed. I'm just trying to be relaxed and putting God in everything, because sometimes athletes will get too overconfident, we get too excited that, oh, I'm first in the heats, like I'm gonna win this. So I knew I was gonna run something fast, but I didn't want to assure myself that I was gonna win. I just wanted to make myself hungry more, so that I can execute my race.
Next event on the track, 2 sections of the men's 200-meter final, and the best time in the country this year, Kanakashi Charamba of Auburn is in the field.
That could be in jeopardy here in the 200 meters. There's a few individuals who have the capabilities.
It's Kalen with a head of steam. He's going to establish the time to beat. Clock keeps moving. We'll wait for the official result. So Kalen of USC establishes the time to beat for the Section 2 athletes, but that section includes the top 2 qualifiers from the prelims on day 1. Second section of the men's 200 meters. Real advantage, Makarawu having Charamba on his outside. He's taking advantage of it. He's eating into that stagger. Right now it's Makarawu, getting nearly the boost out of lane 60 to do at College Station or in Fayetteville. There's the Kentucky Wildcat, but here comes Charamba. It is Makarawu, 2015, 2013 now officially. That ties the world lead by the man he just beat, but more importantly wins the title.
200 was as historic as we thought it was going to be, with the battle between Carly Makarawu and Maka Charamba. Carly takes the win in 2013 to Charamba's 2016. He equals Charamba and a couple other guys as the 7th fastest performer in world history indoor. Very impressive run for them, and just what a way to continue to rep Zimbabwe on the collegiate stage.
I was pretty much excited, to be honest, because looking at my indoor times, I was like, okay, that's crazy. Running 20.1 in indoors, I don't know what I'm gonna run outdoors. So I was excited to see how it was gonna go outdoors. So I was really much excited to run outdoors. I was talking to Clinton before the race. I was like, I'm feeling a bit heavy today. I don't know why, doing my warm-up. But I was laughing through it, And then I went to outside, on the backstretch with Coach Anderson. Then we were doing some runs, and I was like, I feel a little bit of cramp. I don't know what's happening. Then I drank some little bit of water, and then I was like, okay, I'm good to run now. But I didn't know it was my hamstring by then. Happened, I freaked out, and I think that's how I felt, because I was freaking out. Oh my God, it's a hamstring, and I didn't want to get injured at that time of the season,
It was the first time he had hurt himself, and going into the race, he had nothing wrong with him, and it's just one of those things that happens in our sport, So first, just talking through what the process was going to be, how we're going to navigate it, having him sit down with Taylor, our trainer, about how they were going to navigate getting him back on the track as quickly as possible, and then it was up to him.
So when I got to the tent in Florida, they say I might have pulled or teared a muscle, but when I got here and saw the doctors and stuff like that, they said it's not something major, it's just a grade 1 strain, so I'll be good to come back at the SECs.
We talked about how we would get him to the national championship space where he could legitimately have a chance to win. Foregoing the 100, which he's really good in. Also, he's got a PR of 10.04, and focusing in on the 200. And then the conference meet was a way to get him a regional mark because he hadn't had a 200-meter race. So at that point, he didn't have a regional mark. And so we wanted to get the regional mark, and we wanted to be as safe as possible and let him build his confidence back up to where he felt like he could run like Carly and not hurt himself again.
I would say no, I don't feel any pressure for now because I was talking to my coach recently. He was saying somebody with 20.5 is in the top 10 right now in our region. So I was like, okay, I can run, maybe jog something like 20.4, 20.3. So I don't have any pressure right now.
9 on his hip. Kali Makarau and Dwight, he hasn't completed the 200 meters this outdoor season. He cramped up at the top.
Now he didn't get out that great. There's Jaden Reed already making up the stagger on Makarau to his outside. Makarau is out of it at this point. It is going to be Jaden Reed winning the heat. And taking a look at the time, 2014, 2013 now, another personal best. Makarau made 2022 look pretty darn easy.
This is rust. He's showing some real rust here. Hasn't run this whole entire outdoor season.
Men's 200 meters now. Kali Makarau is a scratch.
Whether you're coming off an injury or not, it's a difficult task, because whether it's the East region or the West region, there's a high level of competition when you get the top 48 people per event and then the top 24 relay teams, in the 2 relays. So it's very competitive, and you're talking about, 90% of the SEC schools are in the East region, along with all the other East Coast teams and Southeast teams that are in the region. So it's tough here regardless of whether you're coming off of an injury or not. But, you got to navigate through the rounds, as best you can. And then in the sprints and the relays, you got to make sure you understand the qualification and how you earn your lane, not only your place, but your lane as you move into the next round.
Coming out from an injury is not as easy as everybody thinks. It's really, really hard. The training is hard. You have to take everything slow and careful. So it was pretty much hard and so difficult to run post-season because I was trying to not get injured again, and I was trying to run fast at the same time so that I can qualify for nationals.
He talked about, how difficult it was for him watching all of those guys put up times and him trying to navigate his way back.
NCAA is basically like a world championship meet with the caliber of times we're seeing.
I knew if we could get to Eugene, Oregon healthy, he would have a chance, and then really it was cemented and validated when he ran sub 20 seconds in the second round at the regional. I knew we were going in the right direction at that point.
In this event, excellent start by Brody Buffington, the freshman.
Go around the first turn on the outside. Jaleel Kroll has the lead. Now here comes the kick from McCallum. McCallum is trying to leg this one out. McCallum with Kroll on the outside. Valdi is up there as well. Makarau is up there, and he will finish in second. So Makarau, and he will get a trip to Eugene now.
I would say at regionals, I felt like I was back. Even though I didn't win, I didn't come first at the regionals. I was feeling like I'm back in shape. I was ready to go because I had beaten my personal best. I had run a school record, so I started believing in myself that I was back.
It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
Eugene, where the sport is truly celebrated. And if 4 days of the nation's top collegiates vying for national titles sounds like a good time, then this week, Hayward Field is a stadium full of happiness.
The oldest of the NCAA championships. This is number 103 coming to you from historic Hayward Field. Hard to find an oval with more stories than this one, and we are ready to add to it because this is the 2025 NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. 9 lanes of fierce competition. Here's how it works. The best of the best run to secure their spots in Friday's finals, where it's always a race for points. It's all going down to Tracktown, and the festivities begin now.
Carly Makarau of Kentucky and Zimbabwe, 6th in the final in Paris in this event.
And we really didn't get a chance to see him outdoors until that SEC championships, and it was a couple of rust-busting races for him, certainly at the SEC.
Usually people ask me if I'm ready, but I usually tell them I'm never ready because I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to think about running a good start or running the curve. Well, I just want to go out there and run good, you know.
Jordan Anthony in the 200 meters next when we return to Eugene. The all-black of Kentucky. And we've got to pull up. It looks like Jamarian Stubbs is out. It's Maka in lane number 5. Now going to be Garrett Haaland winning the heat with Carly Makarau getting the second automatic qualifying spot, 20.01.
I didn't run well in my heat, but to me it was a plan. It was the plan with my coach. The plan was just to go out there, execute, and just survive in advance, you know. Going in there, I knew everybody was doubting me. I knew they would count me out, and even myself, I was counting myself out.
And with Hayward Field as the stage, the best collegiate athletes in the nation battle for the right to call themselves a national champion. It's the meet they have circled on the calendar all year. Championship Friday is where it ends. The moment's here.
Only message I would say right before the 200-meter final, that's if I'm there, and I hope I will be there. But I would just say, I would just go there and have fun. That's the only message that I always tell myself, to only have fun and believe in God and have faith in God that everything happens for a reason.
Standing straight up out of the blocks. T-Mars McCollum trying to make up the stagger on it, but it takes him a while to get going. But here comes Maka. You can't miss him. He's bigger than anybody else there. Carly Makarau on the outside in lane 9. Here comes Jordan Anthony with a late run. To be Makarau. It's a Zimbabwean sweep with Makarau of Kentucky winning it and Maka Charamba getting second.
Well, you just don't see people win the 200 meters out of lane 9 very often. We didn't get a chance to see Carly Makarau even run until the SEC championships, and he looked like he had a couple of rust-busting runs at that championship.
Finish fast. I have to finish fast. Then crossing the line, I wasn't sure if I won. I knew I won, but I didn't want to be happy at that moment that I won because I wasn't sure at the same time. So seeing my name at the board and seeing 19.8, I was like, what? Okay, this is crazy. But I was just emotional. I was just thanking God, man, because it was a season.
Hey, dear.
We did it, man.
What did I tell you this morning? I said 1985.
We did it, man.
All right, man. Hey, it would have been in the 70s, man. Why'd you lose control the last 5 meters?
I saw him coming, like, on my corner. I saw him coming, like, oh my
You
God.
got a bit of over-rotating. All you had to do is keep going.
Yeah. God is good, man. God is good. Thank you, Coach. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Coach.
Way to stay the course, man, and to get best coming back, baby.
Thank you for doing what you need for it. It feels great, man. I just want to thank God, you know. Everything is God. Take over to God. I always believe in God. I always put God first in everything. So it feels great.
One more time.
Thank you, good Dr. God. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, man. You look so good out there.